Hey everyone, welcome to the Royce Reports. I am your host Royce, and you've probably been wondering where I've been at the past few months. Just so you know, I went to go get milk and cigarettes, and boy are those lines long. But I'm back, and what do we have in the docket today, right? What have I missed since I've been gone? Well, it seems like a lot has happened with Xbox, and it's been hot and cold over these past several months, right? You've had the whole going multi-platform initiative that they started doing. You ended up getting a really good showcase. You ended up finding out that, hey, Xbox is going to be available to more gamers with Amazon Gaming. And top it all off, Xbox is now raising the price of Game Pass Ultimate. So let's talk about it. This is an Xbox-centric channel, so if you like what you see, be sure to hit that subscribe button. But what's been going on here, right? Like, I feel like Xbox is really good at one thing and one thing only, and that's pissing in the wind and calling it rain, right? They have there is no competition unlike Xbox versus itself, right? The Xbox is its biggest enemy.
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this.
Any time that Xbox gets any good press, it always comes with a little but, a little asterisk, right? A little, this also ended up happening, which is a Game Pass price increase. So this is what Windows Central reported about Xbox Game Pass. Xbox Game Pass is getting major changes with a new tier without day one games and a range of price increases. Now it kind of brings into the question, is Xbox really a viable option for newcomers and for people who are still gaming on that console to this day? Now, I'm not going to go too much into the article here because there's a lot to unwrap. I will leave the link down in the description below so that way you can check it out for yourself, because there's a lot of nuance involved with this, surprisingly, because all Microsoft ended up doing was really making this even more confusing than it really needed to be. But essentially, what you're getting here is Xbox Game Pass for console will be shuttered for new users only, but don't worry, the users who are currently on Xbox Game Pass for console will be allowed to maintain their subscription as well as day one games and the hundreds of titles in the back catalog. So for new users on Xbox Game Pass in the near future will be graded by a new Xbox Game Pass standard. This is more like EA Access, which includes Xbox's back catalog and doesn't include day one games. That's the big kicker right there. This will be priced at $14.99 per month and will also include Xbox Live Gold for multiplayer. It does not include Xbox Cloud Gaming. Game Pass Standard is supposedly launching in September. Game Pass Ultimate will not be changed, but it will get a price increase. It will still include PC Game Pass day one games and hundreds of back catalog titles, as well as cloud gaming, but it is getting a price increase. The new price will be $19.99 per month. PC Game Pass is also getting a little pricier, and it's going from $9.99 per month to $11.99, while also maintaining day and date games. Global actually made a great little chart for you, so you can just kind of go and look and see what it is because of how confusing it is. He really made a nice flow chart for you. But essentially, what you get out of this is Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is still the pretty much ultimate subscription and the one that you should probably be on if you want to be able to access cloud gaming on your Xbox and PC with day and date games. And that's pretty much, it has everything in it. Don't have to worry about anything. Right? If you're just a PC gamer, PC Game Pass is the way to go. You get access to all of those games day and date as well, and for a far cheaper price. What's really shitty is the Xbox Game Pass Standard. It does not come with that. It just ends up coming with everything else, just Xbox Live and all that, but no deals on anything, as well as not being able to play games day and date. They will actually come at a unspecified future date, which we don't know how long that will be. Now, you know, a price increase indicates a couple of things, right? It indicates that Game Pass itself is not growing at the rate that Xbox has been wanting it to. We kind of known that for a while now, that they've been missing those subscriber numbers that they've kind of held themselves accountable to. But it also means that because they're not making those subscriber counts, that they are now forcing the people who are already in the subscription service to pay more. Before, I'd like to say that Game Pass was the best deal in gaming. And now after this price increase, I still think that Xbox Game Pass is still the best deal in gaming. But now there is a but associated with it. There's an asterisk. Now you have to ask yourself, is this worth the price for you? Obviously, it's going to be different for everybody. Some people are going to be in all over this because you get all these day and date games. Yeah, if you saw the Xbox game showcase, then you know that there's a lot of great games coming. I mean, you have Perfect Dark and Gears of War and Indiana Jones and Avowed and Call of Duty, and many more games that look fantastic, especially Fable. So you get all those games day and date. Now, is $240 a year really worth it? Or is it more worth it to buy those games individually? That is if you're going to go and play all those games, of course. If you're someone who doesn't really play those games and you have Game Pass as sort of a side venture, something that you'll hop into every now and again, but you mostly buy your games, I don't think Game Pass is the way to go anymore. I know that sounds crazy coming from an Xbox fan, like I'm an Xbox guy, but now it is literally having me question whether or not Game Pass is a good deal for me, because I buy all my games. I bought Starfield, I bought Forza Horizon, I bought Hellblade. Like, I buy these games, so I only really have Game Pass as a means to play indie games or games that I might have missed that I just kind of want to check out, that I don't think was worthy of buying in the first place. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to continue with Game Pass. I might just drop down to the standard or even go down to Game Pass Core, just because I own most of my games anyways. With this price increase, it just indicates that Game Pass numbers are not where they want them to be. To me, at least, right? It just shows that Xbox is not reaching those numbers and that they have to do this in order to make up cost for their business, right? They spent $70 billion on ABK, and before Call of Duty enters Game Pass, they want to increase the price of Game Pass to also make more money, so that way they can justify the $70 billion that they spent. I don't want anyone to get this twisted. I still think Game Pass and Xbox are awesome, and I'm still going to be on the console, but man, are they making it difficult to sell an Xbox to someone who is new to the ecosystem. Another thing that's an issue with paying $20 a month for Xbox Game Pass, which I don't mind paying. That's not something that I really care too much about. Like, I'll pay the $20 a month, no problem. But the issue is the cadence of release of these games. So someone who is just buying Game Pass to play Call of Duty, and if they only play Call of Duty, is it worth it to that person to spend $240 a year or just pay $70 outright for Call of Duty and own it and play it however much they want, whenever they want, and not have to worry about anything else? But what about the other players who invest themselves in the Game Pass because they actually go and they play these games? People like me who want to play the first party games that they have released. If you've noticed, out of the 7.5 months that have been in this year so far, they've only released one title into Game Pass from first party, and that is Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Now, I have yet to play it myself because I have a large back catalog, and I started replaying Hellblade 1 on the PC, so I haven't really experienced it yet, and that's on me. But 7.5 months with only one release for your first party lineup isn't the best plan. Like, I know that 2024 is a stacked year for Xbox. We still, have Towerborn, we still have Avowed, we still have Indiana Jones, and we have Call of Duty all coming to Game Pass this year. Stalker 2 is coming this year. The issue is we don't have release dates for some of these games. When is Avowed coming? When is Indiana Jones coming? When is Towerborn coming? 2024 is not a good enough year, it's not a good enough date for people who are subscribed to Game Pass to play these games, because they don't know when they're going to come. So at this point, what's the point of even being subscribed if the games that you are experiencing, that you want to experience in Game Pass and not have to pay, $70 for each title, come at the end of the year? So essentially, just cancel your Game Pass for the first 6 months of the year, and then re-up whenever these games come out and just play them for 20 bucks and then hop out, because that seems like the best deal you could possibly have, which is a huge bummer. Like, how are you going to continue to expect people to be subscribed when you don't have a good release cadence? You need a reason to maintain people in the subscription. If you have releases that are 7.5 months apart or 4 months apart, that's not enough reason to stay in the service. It becomes a harder recommendation for me to give to somebody when they ask me, oh, how many games come per year? And I'm like, oh, a lot, but you just don't know when. Now, it all comes down to whether or not it's worth it. And honestly, that's up to you, the consumer, right? If it's worth it for you. Is it worth it for me to continue to be subscribed? I'm still on the fence about that. It might not be with this price increase unless they somehow increase the amount of third-party developers that are coming into the service. But if they're not, then, you know, I might just downgrade to just the Xbox $9.99 Xbox Core just to have Xbox Live and call it a day. But it's still, I think, a good deal if you're someone who doesn't buy games, who relies heavily on Game Pass to play those games and play all of the first party games and ABK games down the line. Then I still think this is a phenomenal deal and this will be perfect for you. But if you're someone who is able to afford other games or just likes to own their games, then maybe this might not be it for you anymore, and you might want to change it up or, you know, get a different subscription service. I apologize for disappearing for so long. I just really lacked motivation to make videos, and I was just busy playing games. I'm just wanting to play games. That's my main goal. It's like when I get home, I am just gonna go play some video games, and that's the end of my day, and then go to sleep. Like, I don't want to make videos, but here I am making a video because I do want to make videos. I lied to you. I'm sorry, but you know, hit that subscribe button if you want to know, and the bell button too, so that way you can get notified for when my videos do launch, because I don't even know. But thanks for stopping by. Thanks for clicking. Let me know what you guys have been playing. I have been playing a ton of games, like I said, but right now I'm going through Prince of Persia 2008 on the Xbox 360. I'm going through Lego Indiana Jones 2. I know I'm a little weird. And I am also playing Ace Attorney. Once I complete those games, I think I'll go back and I'll hop into Hellblade, because I'm in the middle of that on my PC, and then I can start Hellblade 2 and see what that's about. Heard good things, heard bad things. Yeah, I'll be seeing you guys on the next one. Remember, take it easy.